This is CWTFB Radio. I am your host, Charlie Machine. We're always brought to you by Details Car Audio and Auto Detailing right on 138. That's 925 Turnpike Street in Canton, Mass. You can go see my people over there for all your detailing needs, car interior needs, car audio, tinting, things of that nature. Anything that you need that you want to lace your car up. It could be a truck, it could be motorcycles, things of that nature, man. Go over there, let them know Charlie sent you, man, and we'll lace you up and keep you looking fresh, keep you clean and all of that, man. And I want to dive straight into this episode today, man, because I'm really excited to have this guest here. This is a pioneer of Boston, man. This is somebody who's been putting on for the city for decades now. If you talk about greatness that comes from the city, you can never not mention this man's name. He's so involved and he's so willing to put people on that it's crazy, man. Like very, very humble dude. And what he's been able to do over the years, a lot of people may or may not know. I feel like a lot of the young cats may not know, and that's why I really want to shed light about it right now, man. So everybody give your undivided attention to my man, DJ Chubby Chub. What's good, baby?
Oh, you was talking about me.
Don't do that. Now you want to be modest.
I thought you were talking about somebody else. I was waiting for you to introduce somebody else.
Stop it. What's good, though, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed. Glad to be here, man. And, get through all this bull we going through. But, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I can't complain, bro. Like, everything's good, man. My wife's pregnant, man. So I'm staying at home with the kids. With my daughter and my wife, and I'm just excited, man. You know what I mean? And realistically, the whole stay-at-home thing, it hasn't really put a damper on anything for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I can't go to work, but I've been doing this every week. I've been connected with a lot of people, man, and it gave me a opportunity to just kind of tap into my creativity and things of that nature, man. So I'm just grateful that everybody's okay, man. There was a death in the family recently on my lady's side, but there's nothing we could do about it, man. It sucks, but at the end of the day, man, we just got to keep moving forward, man, and hoping and praying for the best. You know what I mean?
Condolences to your family, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. But what's up with you, man? I mean, you're a world-renowned DJ, man. There's a lot going on with you. I know you always busy. I see you've been doing the lives, man. What days were you doing the lives? It's Sundays, right?
I do the lives on Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
So Saturday, I do a noon to 2.
Okay.
With a promoter called Sean Medina Style.
Okay.
And then Sundays, I do Killer Boombox, 2 o'clock, right. 4 o'clock.
That's what's up, man. Killer Boombox has a dope platform, man. So shout out to those guys, man.
Yeah, I appreciate them for, they got me involved to wanting to do the lives. I didn't really care for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I was doing those before, but it wasn't like crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was just like I jumped on before the pandemic. I would just jump on and play a few things and then be out.
Right.
But now it's like, that's the new club thing.
That's the norm right now. It's crazy. I was just telling my wife, man, it's like, there's new norms now, right? Like you walk out the crib, everybody got a mask on. You know what I mean? Right, but like I went to the Dominican spot earlier to get my shorty some mangú because she's pregnant cravings and all of that, and I go in there, I got the mask on, and now it's like subconscious, like you don't even think about it. You get out the car, boom, just put it on, right? And then somebody else walks in there with no mask, and then some other people walk in with their mask, and everybody that had their mask was looking at that one person with no mask, like they was bugging.
Yeah, it's like they were aliens. Like that's how it's been at the supermarkets, like. Well, they can't get in anywhere at the supermarket. Like, people walk up to the door, and they'll be like, nah, you can't get in. No mask, can't get in.
My brother lives in Washington State, and he tried to go to the supermarket without a mask on. And they was like, nah, you can't get in. So he just took his wife's scarf and just wrapped it around his face real quick, looking crazy, man. But, everybody's making the best out of it, man. But, for you, how do you feel like do you feel like, our current situation with COVID has dampened your creativity and things of that nature?
Honestly, only thing that's really, stopped us is traveling. You know what I mean? And being able to be in you know, the environment of the club scenes and things like that, and stages, and but creatively, I mean, I think I've embraced a lot more different patterns of music, you know, how to oppose certain things when you're playing them. Like, I think more of a thought process than me just being able to just DJ. Like, you know what I mean? I'm always more than just DJing. I like to entertain and display and talk about certain things that I've encountered or things that I've done. So elaborating, you know, with that is a lot better for me. Has been a great situation.
That's dope, man. That's dope. I really want to dive into your story too, man. Like, you know, growing up, you know what I mean? I was a chubby kid. So once I heard your name, DJ Chubby Chub, I was like, yo, he's putting off for the chubby noise out, right? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I was always into the, you know, the fat rappers, you know, Biggie, you know, Heavy D, things, you know what I mean? People like that. And obviously your name arose because, you know, we in Boston. And the first thing I heard from you or by you and Original Flavor was the record that y'all did with Jay-Z. What was it called? Can I Get Open? Can I Get Open? Right. Yeah, I was about to say, can I kick it? But that's not it. But yeah, Can I Get Open, man? Let's talk about that situation, man, because you know, with so much success in New York, you know, what made you want to come to Boston?
I went through a little period in my life where I needed a change.
Okay.
I was shot in 1992.
Wow.
And you know, thank God I'm still here.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So it gave me a reason to, you know, change, like change my life, change around things that, you know, a lot of people that weren't around that I needed weren't there.
Right.
So I ended up in Massachusetts. I ended in Fitchburg. And the idea wasn't even a DJ. The idea was just to live out here, you know, chill.
Rehabilitate.
Be regular Willie Sanchez.
Right.
I had a 9-to-5. I was working, like, I was living in Fitchburg. It was crazy. Like, it was just a quiet area. My brother had lived out there. He was like, yo, come out here. And I did. And next thing you know, it just became like I had to DJ. Like, someone came to me and was like, yo, I need you to do a party in New Hampshire. And I was like, I don't know, man. Like, you know, at the time, my son's mother was like, nah, this is not what we're going to be doing. But, you know, one thing led to another. I ended up doing the party.
Okay.
And that was it. You know, mixtapes was still bubbling. I was still doing mixtapes at the time.
Okay.
So and that was like helping me with, you know, funds and things like that. And then next thing you know, I started doing a party in New Hampshire. I was doing that every Saturday. Next thing you know, I started doing stuff in Providence. Tapes was selling in Funky Fresh Radio Records.
Right.
Dudley. Fast forward. Next thing you know, there's a new radio station in Boston.
Okay.
That was it, man. Things just started moving.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. So you're originally from New York, right?
The Bronx.
Okay, from BX. Now, how did the whole relationship with Dame Dash come to be?
Well, it's two parts to it. Well, it's really three parts. One of the parts was Original Flavor had an original member before it had the last member that it had in it.
Right.
Which was my man Tone Hooker, T Strong.
Right.
T Strong lived not too far from where I lived at on 174 University. He lived down in like 170 years.
Okay.
And so Ski and Tone hooked up, and they were in links to finding a DJ. But also my mentor, which was Clark Kent, he was the one that signed Original Flavor at at Atlantic.
That's right.
And Clark was like, yo, you should DJ for them. Because I used to open up for Clark.
Okay.
Clark, I was the cat that used to open up for Clark Kent. And I would travel with Clark and, you know, do parties with Clark. And then the association was all there. Like Jay-Z was founded by Clark Kent.
Clark Kent, right.
Clark Kent was the one that was doing a lot of his early production. So when Original Flavor, T-Strong and Tone and Ski was like, yo, be our DJ, whatever. I was like, sure, whatever. You know what I mean? I didn't care. Because I was doing parties and stuff like that. As Queen Latifah was saying in the movie Juice, that it was local. I was local at the time. So, by the way, that movie changed my whole life.
Juice?
Yeah, Juice changed my whole life. When Queen Latifah tells the kid Q he's auditioning for the spot to be in the battle, and she's like, so you do a lot of parties in different places and things like that? He's like, yeah, you know, I do parties here. And she's like, oh, you local. So when I go back in my projects, everybody that watched the movie is like, oh, you local.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That kind of made me be like, oh, I can't be local.
I'm not that local guy.
Yeah, like I had to work at trying to find a different way. So then I started with the mixtapes, and that's how I was able to expand into different cities and things like that.
What's up, man? That's amazing, man. I feel like a lot of people don't know that piece of your story, at least people from my generation. And that's kind of a big thing about what I wanted to shed light on, man. So do you still have a relationship with Dame Dash and Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing, man. That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I talk more to Dame than I do Jay. You know what I mean? Right. Like, I spoke to Jay, who knows how long, but
right.
It's always love, though. It's never like no bull. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So fast forward back to what you were saying. You came to Massachusetts, started doing you started spinning at a radio station. What was that, Jamn? What was that?
That was Hot 97 Boston.
Right. Yeah.
It was right same block as Funky Fresh Records, right on Dudley.
Right. So what was
it was inside of WILD AM.
Yeah, I remember that, man. I remember that. Because I remember that was actually the station that you spun a few of my records on, man. I sent you maybe like 2 or 3 records. And I talk about this all the time, man. Like when I used to rap, you know, you were probably one of the first big names out here that supported me just off the strength of supporting me. And I'm forever, you know what I mean, like indebted to you for that, man. Like I thought that was like crazy because you ain't know me, man. I wasn't nobody. You know what I'm saying? But I sent you the records.
I played your music because a lot of music you gotta figure, right? You can't deny good music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and to this day, I still say the same thing. Like, if a lot of artists would take time into their music and really pay attention to how they sound on music, on their own songs and their creativity, then they would understand more how their records could get played.
Facts. And you was always like super honest with me, man. Like I remember I sent you the last record I sent you was Make It Back. And I sent it to you, and you was like, and I, you know, in the email, I always, you know, gas myself like, yo, it's crazy. And then you email me back like, I mean, it's all right. It ain't crazy, but yeah, I'll play it. I'm like, yo, damn, all right. But what was dope about it was that, you know, you was just transparent, and that kind of motivated me to be better. You know what I mean? Use my voice as an instrument and things of that nature, man. And you know, even till this day, man, I don't do music anymore, but I always think about that. You know, Chubb always show love, man. So I'm always gonna show love to you because of that, man. I appreciate it for real.
I wish a lot of people would take that into consideration when I tell them their song probably not as strong as what they thought.
Yeah.
If they would take that in consideration and go back and work on it more or work on other songs, because just because you make one song today doesn't mean that's the song.
Right.
It may seem like that at the moment because you made the song, but you got to have different songs so people could choose from.
No, absolutely.
That's why there's albums. That's why there's mixtapes. Right. Because you put so many songs on there, and out of there, someone can pick something different than what you thought was the better song.
Right, right. Now I hear that. That's absolutely correct, man. And I feel like more people should be honest about things like that. You know what I mean? More DJs, people who have the platforms, people who have the mass followings. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of people get on on trends, right? Like they see somebody's buzzing and they just gonna play their stuff just because it's hot. And you just gotta be honest with people sometimes, right? Like, what's hot doesn't mean that it's great, right? You know what I mean? Because you look at, clown running around here with the colorful hair right now. You know what I mean? I ain't even gonna say his name, but we know who we talking about. None of his songs were good. Like, I don't believe any of his songs were good, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe you disagree.
They weren't good to what your standards of music is. See, you gotta also understand the classification of what music is. If you grew up in a different era of music, then that music is not going to be what you're looking for. Now, the younger cat that's growing up now within the 2000, let's say 2010 to 2000 now,
right,
have a different layout of what music really is. Their music is not what, compared to, let's say, me in the 80s,
right,
late 80s. Kool G Rap, Daddy Kane, KRS-One. Like, that's not going to be transparent to the ones that are now.
Now, that's fair. I mean, my thing is this. I used to be very close-minded to new music. You know what I mean? Like, I got a brother who's, how old is my brother? My brother's 46. You know what I'm saying? He was born in 74. You know what I mean? So I'm born in 89. So, like, you got somebody like that influencing my taste in rap and hip-hop, as I'm growing up. So I fell in love, with the Nas's of the world, with the Biggies of the world. You know what I mean? Going back to, Big Daddy Kane. Like, for me, that's an old rapper. But I was bumping Big Daddy Kane when I was 8, 9, 10 years old. You see what I'm saying? So when you have that standard of music, of hip hop, of what you think is good, I was kind of closed-minded to the new stuff. And as time went on, obviously, you know what I mean? Like, I started hearing more things, and it wasn't until I talked to my brother and I asked him, how you feel about such and such, this new rap, whatever. And he's like, yo, it's hot. And when I'm like, damn, he thinks it's hot. So if he thinks it's hot, maybe I should give it another listen. You know what I'm saying? But that said rapper we was just talking about, I don't think he was that great. I think it was his charisma and his energy and him as a character that allowed people to get drawn into, his energy. You know what I mean? Like, he's an entertainer. You know what I mean? Like, you can say whatever you want to say about him, but you can't deny the fact that the dude has star power, and he took it and he ran with it. You know what I mean? So let's talk about. I want to talk about people that you worked with in the '90s, man. What was Boston like in the '90s, man? Like, who was like the predominant rappers out here? Like, I have an idea of who it is, but from your perspective, let us know.
Well, before I got to Boston, I was already playing Edo G. I was one of the first people that put Edo G on a mixtape.
Right.
And
that's dope.
Edo knows it, and this is when he was on the label PWL. And people were like, yo, who's this kid? And I was like, Edo G. But I never knew at the time that I played it that he was from Roxbury, Boston.
Ah, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I never paid attention to the album cover that says 02119. That was
right.
I'm looking at music. Like, I've always been a person that breaks music. Like, anybody that's ever had a mixtape knows that I used to have mixtapes called Dirt. Dirt 90, whatever, Dirt 90. Dirt was the underground.
Okay.
When everybody had exclusives, I would find underground artists that nobody would really play.
That's fire.
So, and to this day, I'm still known for that. That's why I've broken so many artists.
Okay. So Edo G was definitely one of the earliest guys from out here. Did you ever do any work with Ray Dog. I was about to say Benzino, but yeah, I mean Ray Dog, RSO, his crew.
You know, I played a few of their songs. Also the kid Scientific, God rest his dead. He's from Lawrence.
Okay.
He was out of Lawrence.
Okay.
That a lot of people, you know, may have known, may have not known. But he was popular.
Nah, I
and
never
he
heard
had
of him, bro.
deal and all that as well. But he
That's
passed
dope.
away in the late 90s.
Okay.
And then you know, Guru, God rest his Guru, Big Shug.
Okay. Yeah, Big Shug.
There was somebody else I'm missing too that was in that. And
Acrobatic. Terminology.
Acrobatic, Mr. Lift.
Okay.
You know, there was a couple other people that were really like in there.
Right. So that's dope, man. I mean, like, how do you feel like Boston embraced you when you first like planted your roots out here?
Well, at first it wasn't easy.
What was some of the hardships?
The whole New York Boston thing, you know what I mean? New York, Boston. That was like, you know, that was like a little thing there, but it didn't really like stop me or nothing. It was just more like, all right, you just gotta work harder so people could appreciate what you do.
Right. It's real.
And then that's what happened. Like, honestly, like, you know, the fact that I've been here and I've done so much, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm from New York, but I've done a lot of work from here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, from TV to traveling the world to, you know, bringing artists to the city. Like,
right.
You know, I can't explain it more than what it has been shown. And if you don't know, I don't know what to tell you, because it's kind of hard for me to explain me saying what I've done, because I can't sell it. You know what I mean? I know that 50 Cent, I broke him. Pause. You know what I mean? You know, I've been playing Rockefeller. You know, the Cassidys, the artists that were just coming up, a lot of people didn't really pay attention to. I was able to explode that to the scene, like bring that to the scene.
Right.
Like,
and that's fire.
From the clubs, tearing clubs down and turning, you know, having lines around the corner. I did that. I did that from Boston to Providence, Worcester, New Hampshire, Connecticut. You know, Germany. I've been to Germany. I've been to, you know, everywhere in the world. You know what I'm saying? And I can't say that, you know, that I didn't do it from coming from Boston.
What's probably your favorite place that you've ever visited, like ever?
That I ever been to?
Yeah, like in the world.
I mean, the best, I'm going to say Brazil is like the second home.
Okay. And I actually was going to get into that a little later, but since you just mentioned Brazil, a couple of years ago, you was working with this Brazilian artist, right?
No, it's an artist that was from New York. His name is Dynasty.
Right.
He's the artist that I was working with was from Dynasty, but I have worked with a couple of Brazilian artists for my project, which is still undergoing right now.
Okay.
Like, I haven't stopped. We just, you know, been working, but it's just a little longer because, you know, money and paperwork, things like that. But yeah, I worked with a couple of Brazilian artists, and if you ever seen the movie City of Gods, I shot my first video and I had Seth Pequeño in the video.
Oh shit. That's wild.
So
that's a big deal.
He's older now.
Right.
In my video.
Right.
But he was younger in the movie, because the movie was years ago. And then later on we ended up getting him in my video.
How long ago was that video?
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2018, right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you had a song with Nori and Dynasty too, right?
It's Nori, Dynasty, and MC Long.
Yeah. What's it like working with Nori, man? That dude seems like a character, man. Like, I would love to actually sit down and chop it with that guy one day.
Nori is my brother, man. I mean, I've been with Nori since he was on Penalty Records, and our relationship, CNN completely has been a big thing. You know what I'm saying? I was playing their music on radio, and we always built a relationship just like the Locks. Like,
right.
Those are my brothers. Like, it's certain people that you deal with that is always there. Like Fat Joe is forever my brother beyond music. You know what I'm saying? The era I came up in was different than what's now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. What do you feel like your favorite era of rap was? From what you've seen.
I mean, if I had to say rap, I would say 80s, late 80s to the 90s.
Okay.
2000.
Okay. Late 80s to all right, that's fair. And I agree. Like, you know what I mean? Like, from what I've seen and what I've studied, because you know what I mean? Like I said, I was born in 89, man. So for me, it was really like I had to dig in the crates. You understand what I'm saying? So like, you lived through all of that and you seen things change, man. So what was it like going into the 2000s? Because it was a weird time for rap, I think, at that time. You know what I mean? Because think about it, like, well, I mean, from my perspective, right? Biggie died, Pac died, Big L just passed, Bong, then Pun dies, right? That's crazy for the game, right? So what do you feel like the transition went? Like, do you feel like there was, do you feel like something was missing in the game at that time?
I mean, those guys were missed. I mean, right. That's one thing, but it still kept going, because then later on you got your Camerons, you got Dipset, you got
right.
G, you got, then after that it's the Crunk. Like at the time it was Crunk.
Right.
That was coming out, you had
Crunk was
David
crazy.
Bad, your Lil Johns,
yeah.
The Young Bloods.
Yeah.
It was a different type of era of music that was coming along.
Yeah, you're right. The Crunk era was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, you had to adapt.
Yeah. You know what I feel like? Because fashion has always been synonymous to hip hop, right? I feel like the fashion in the early 2000s was strange, man. Like, it's like we didn't really know what the fuck we was doing, man. Like, had the fucking name belts with the lights on it and the bedazzled shit. Like, it was just, I look at old pictures and I'm like, damn, this shit was tacky. And we thought this shit was hot.
Well, in the late 80s, they had name belts way before that.
Well, yeah, true. But I felt like
it became more with the head skull and those that had a skinny stomach with the, joint can hang off your ass. I didn't have that era. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm slim now and I still can't really do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
that was the thing back then. Everybody had they had a different reason to wear certain things.
Nah, I hear you, man. I hear you. So, let's talk about your work with 50 Cent, man, because you're 50 Cent's official DJ. How does that feel, man? Like, what's it like touring with 50 Cent?
It's just a different type of budget, man.
Yeah, I bet. I
mean, I've DJed for a lot of people, and what I've been blessed to say that with 50 Cent, it's like, I've been on numerous jets. I've been to numerous countries. I could have left today and been back tomorrow morning. Like, that quick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the blessings. Like, I've been to countries that I would have never even thought of. I've been to countries that I didn't even know that was inside of a country. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy. My favorite place that I went to and it's still one of like the favorite spots is this joint called Corsica. Okay. It's like a little part off of Italy.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I heard of it.
And you only could get there by a plane. So this joint is like so crazy. It's like, it's hard to explain, but it's so beautiful. but it's just a little island.
Yeah.
And he performed there, and it was like, wow.
And like
he stayed for the duration of the night and was back out the next morning, back to like Denmark.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Like, what's it feel like? Because you in a different country. You know, people speak a different language, and you on stage, and you behind 50 doing his thing, and to see a huge crowd, you know what I mean, singing his lyrics in English, like, you know what I mean, like the first time you experienced something like that, whether it was 50 or whatever, what was that like? Because that shit would blow my mind. You know what I mean?
Well, the first person I witnessed 75,000 people was with Police.
Wow. Okay.
Because I think it was for Police.
Okay.
And that was like the biggest person I've DJed for that had like, because I was on the tour with Police, but it was also Britney Spears tour.
Oh,
to the
shit.
top.
Okay.
So we was on the tour for like a year and a half with her.
Jesus Christ.
We went to the Staples Center, and it was just mad little girls and monkeys and through the roof, like
teeny boppers.
75,000 people inside this arena. It was crazy.
That's nuts, man.
You know, Britney had a whole different type of following, but Khalees had a different following at the time too, because Milkshake.
Absolutely.
So that was like a big record and big stage song. So I was able to see that many people. But then when I got with Fifth and seeing 100,000 people outside, it's like, oh, this is different.
Right.
So this is like, you look and it's like mounds of sea of people. Like, you're like, whoa.
You know what's crazy?
It, but you don't never see it. Like, it's like, this can't be real. Like, and when that roar, like, that roar, you feel it in your chest. Like, damn. Oh, this is different. This is an experience that I cannot believe half the time.
Right. That's
Whether
amazing, man.
50,000, 30,000. It's still a lot of people that should be like, oh, shit. And they go crazy for this guy.
I can imagine, bro. I can imagine. And you know what's dope? It goes to show you how hip hop evolved, man. Like, you know, you talking about going on tour with Khalees and Britney Spears. Britney Spears is a pop artist, right? And of course, she's gonna have 75,000. You know what I mean? Whatever. But hip hop wasn't always pop. You know what I'm saying? So, and then once it transitioned into that, man, it's beautiful to see 100,000 fans in one arena. You know what I mean? For some dude from Southside Queens. You know what I mean? Like that's an amazing feeling, man. And you I mean, you're a part of history for that, man. So how did that situation happen? Like, how did you link up with 50 and, you know, become his official DJ?
Well, it wasn't because I broke the music.
Right. Because that was years after, right?
Yeah, that was years after.
Okay.
There was an audition.
Okay.
And he needed a DJ. He was looking for a DJ. And in the audition, it was me and two other DJs. Mm-hmm. And I got picked. Thank God.
Okay. That's what's up, man. That's amazing. That's amazing. So you still currently living in Boston?
Huh?
Are you currently living in Boston?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Yeah, because the last time I seen you was at Ruben's Barbershop, man. It was a couple of years back. Yo, man, you see, I'm looking crazy, man. That's why I got the hat on, man. Yo, Ruben, if you listening, man, I miss you, dog. Yeah, it's you know, we've been hurting right now, man. But so let's talk about the Boston music scene, man. Because we know what you've done worldwide. We know what you've been able to do. And what's dope about you is that you're always in tune with what's going on in the city as well, no matter how big your name gets. Who would you feel like is probably one of the hottest people in the city right now as far as rappers in R&B?
Well, you know, I've been doing the Launchpad for quite some time. Mm-hmm. And as of lately, it's been like there's a lot of new artists.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a lot. I mean, in Boston though, a lot of new Boston artists with good talent, like good music.
Absolutely.
I'm R&B. I'm gonna say the kid Trevor Holmes.
Okay, Big Trev, that's my guy.
Big guy for his energy. Like, I don't know if you ever seen him perform, but that's what made me in the beginning, a while ago, before the pandemic, when I seen him perform, and I was like, yo, this kid 6 foot taller than me, and then he's across the stage and singing, and I was like, yo, he's a problem. And shouts to LC, because I had got to witness that because of DJ LC.
LC, that's my guy.
And then so I've been listening to his music, and he sent me his music, and he got a new project that's dropping right now.
Yeah, Big Trevor.
Yeah. So I've been playing his music. He got some dope-ish. There's this kid named Leo the Kind.
Okay.
He has a record called El Honcho.
Okay.
Dope song.
Yeah.
Song.
I'm gonna look into that. I haven't heard of it.
Yeah. There's this other kid that I just got. His name is Vanny.
Oh, Vonnie Allen Poe. That's my guy.
Yo.
Super talented.
He got a record called Life of Sin.
Mm-hmm. Pressure.
Oh my God. He redid the Tupac joint, but in his own way. Out of here.
Yo, shout out to Vonnie Allen Poe, man. That's my guy, man. He's a super humble cat too, man. He don't even I don't think he even realizes how good he is. Cause he was just on live the other day, and the guys from It's Lit Boston podcast was talking to him, and they was like, yo, listen, talk your shit, bro. Like your songwriting skills is crazy. You know what I mean? And he does both. He does the singing and the rapping. So I see big things happening for him, man. Definitely.
He definitely, I played his song last night for the first time. It's crazy.
That's dope. Got received
crazy.
Well.
Yeah, very, very, very lot of love, man. It's
dope.
crazy.
That's dope.
There's another cat, Ace the General.
Okay.
King Ace the General.
Okay.
He got some heat. This kid named Cheney.
Okay.
It's on type drill type, that extra to the left type music right now.
Yeah.
He's on that. He got that. Also, who else do I got? I got a hold on, gotta give me a second because I got a few joints I can't remember. The kid Jay Boston.
Okay.
He got a record right now with Conway from Griselda.
Word?
Yeah.
That's fire. That's probably like my favorite group right now, man, Griselda. So
that's hip hop group out right now.
Yeah, hands down. Hands down. You know what I mean? Hip hop groups ain't even really like a thing no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to see these guys coming out of Buffalo doing their thing, man, I think it was super dope because not only does it make people realize that, yo, there's talent everywhere, not just, you know what I mean, the known markets, but it brings back that essence that people haven't felt in a while. You know what I mean? And
then the kids, Prano Avenue, they built the group EAU.
Yeah, Dion Chase, Avenue, Prano.
They got guys. Blood in My Eye. Joint is hard.
Okay.
JV, the rap singer. There's another R&B/hip hop type cat. I just hosted his the intro to his album.
That's fire.
And dope. Millie's. He's out here working.
Of course.
There's another kid named A-Zip.
Oh, A-Zip is...
He got some heat.
He got some shit.
And then Prince Rich.
Yeah, you see me? You see what I'm wearing right now? That's my guy.
He said he sent down my shirt. I ain't get it yet. I'm going to have to call about it.
he just hand delivered it the other day. I was outside playing with my daughter, chopping it with my mans, and he just pulled up on me and dropped it off. That's my guy, man. Shout out Prince Rich.
He just sent me his album, and they got some joints on there too. But the joint that I was playing was no invite, but now he got a new joint.
Yeah.
And
That joint he dropped on Mother's Day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a couple of other cats, man, that oh man, how can I forget? Abi Kodo.
Okay.
Abi Kodo. Kid's a problem. He got a record called Need a Thought. Okay. But he also got other joints.
Where's he from?
He's from Lynn.
Lynn? Okay. I gotta look into him, man.
Yeah, man. Like I'm telling you, there's a lot of cats that I get lately, and they got really some heat. Some cats don't realize that they gotta send clean versions, but they don't understand that aspect of the clean version.
Yo, that's facts. I remember one time I sent you a record and you started playing it on there, and then you realized it was dirty and just stopped it and went to the next track. I didn't realize I sent you the dirty version, man. Like, I was like, oh shit. Like, cause I'm over here, I'm in the car and I'm like, oh shit, he just put my record on. And then that first, I don't remember what cuss word it was. It was like, oh, nah, next. I was like, oh shit, Chub's nice with that shit, man. He just got straight to the next one. But a lot of people, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I think the problem is that some people don't realize that, yo, dog, like you can get spins on the radio. Like when you make a record that, you know, you send to people and they think it's hot, immediately once people start receiving it well, make that edited version, man, because that's the stuff that's gonna, you know, create your buzz, man, and get you out there.
Right.
So that's what's up, man. Have you been working with anybody from Boston as of late? Like, as far as like, you said you did an intro for somebody.
JV, the rap singer.
Okay.
I hosted a couple of mixtapes that are about to drop. Artist named Mr. Flex.
Okay.
He got some heat. Ice Cold Swavy.
Okay.
Got some heat. I'm doing a females artist. Her name is Krista Diamond. She got some joints on her joints, you know.
I was just gonna ask about female artists, man. Like, do you feel that females are running hip hop in Boston right now?
I mean, the only artist that I've seen that really had more than anything, you know, Dutch Rebel.
Of course.
There's a few other ones, you know, Nancia, R&B artists. Couple other names and I can't remember right now, and they're gonna kill me. But there's some females that's really working out there.
I had Oompa on the show a couple weeks back.
Oompa's dope too.
Yeah, Oompa's probably my favorite female artist out here, man. I know some people would be upset if I, you know, for me saying that, but Oompa, she's amazing, man. She's like, and I seen her transformation into an artist, man. So I think that's kind of why I have like a special place in my heart for her music, man. Oompa's dope. How you feel about Bia, man? Bia's everywhere right now.
Yeah, Bia on fire. Like Bia, we was just on a conference call, the Heavy Hitters, with her the other day. And you know, because she just got a new deal. Now she's on Epic.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's on Epic now. And, you know, she got 2 singles out, First Day Out and Cover Girl.
Right.
You know, she be spitting, man. She got bars.
Yeah, man. I remember hearing about Bia for the first time through my man Manop, because, you know, they knew each other from back in the day. And my man Mighty Mouse, I don't know if you know him, the producer. He out there in LA now. But Mighty Mouse lived up the street from me over in Hyde Park when I was living at my dad's crib. My man Manop calls me. He's like, yo, Mighty got a studio at his crib, right? He got like a setup. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, dog, my homegirl Bia, yo, she's lit, dog. I'm gonna go over there and record with her. You want to come through? I couldn't make it or whatever, but somebody like was recording on their phone her in her, like, I don't know if it was her first session of ever recording a record or whatever, but it was one of her first. And just looking at her mannerisms and her swag and you know, the bars that she was spitting, I was like, oh shit. As soon as I seen that little clip, I was like, yo, she got something. You know what I mean? And that was early, man. So to see her, you know, transform into who she is now, man, I'm super happy for her and the success that she's having, man. But oh yeah, B is amazing, man. So the other day, there was the live with Benzino and Ed OG. How'd you feel about that? Did you see it?
No.
Nah, there was a Versus live. Okay, so since you didn't see it, I can't even ask you what you thought about it. But you know, like I said, like that wasn't my era. You know what I'm saying? That I don't really know too much about that. All I know about Benzino, man, which is fucked up, was the beef that he had with Eminem. Realistically, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as, you know, being from Boston, yeah, I'm super proud of what he's been able to do. But as a kid, the first time I heard his name was through that altercation that he had with Dude. But obviously, I started going back, and I heard Benzino was out here wilding back in the day, man. Like, his crew, like dudes. I heard dudes used to get it in, man. Have you ever have you ever came into in an altercation or come across with any of those dudes back in the day?
No. It wasn't nothing crazy.
Nah.
It just was because, you know, Jeff Two Times is my brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah, shout out Jeff Two Times.
Me and Jeff is you know, we have a different type of relationship. So
right.
that's
his DJ, right?
Yeah, that's his DJ. Yeah. But him and I is all about music, so that's all we know.
Yeah. Nah, the only reason why I asked, man, is because, like I said, man, I got an older brother. And my brother told me one time, I forget where he was at, man, sometime in the 90s. Whatever, some chick, you know what I mean, in the club or whatever, was dancing with him. Some dude from Zeno's crew said something to him. And my brother was like, yeah, man, I was ready to buck. Like, yo, it was good. And he's like, and then I turned around and I realized how deep these niggas was. And I was like, oh, yo, we good? Like, yo, you can have her, yo. It's not even that deep. So I'm like, yo, you know, that I heard, like, at that time, man, the stigma of Boston was that if you came out here, some shit might have happened, man. Like, so you never witnessed anything like that, like, even if you wasn't involved in it?
I never seen none. I mean, you know, I heard about they threw bottles at DJs and things like that, but
yeah,
I never witnessed none of that. Like, you know what I mean? I thank God I never had none of those altercations. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's good shit. That's good shit, man. That's good shit. So how long you been on Jamn, man? Because I feel like it's been like forever since the whole Hot 97 dissolved.
Well, to be honest, as of this year, it'll be 20 years that I've been on radio, period.
Wow. That's amazing.
And I've been on Jamn. Memorial Weekend will be 8 years.
Wow. Wow. That's
I've been on Jamn for 8 years. And this year also makes 25 years that I've been DJing professionally.
Oh, shit. So what do you feel like your biggest moment was, man, for you, like career-wise?
Being alive.
I like that.
Being
able to do it again.
Being alive and you know, learning from mistakes and things that you've done in the past, and being able to say you got another chance at doing certain things.
Right. Right.
You
That's
know, because
facts.
every day is a learning process. I'm always learning still to this day. I'm still practicing as a DJ every day. I'm trying to, you know, I pay attention to music every morning. Every morning I get up and I'm going through music and I'm looking to see who else is popping, what isn't popping, what is popping. Like, I'm thankful for that. And, you know, being able to travel is always a great situation, you know, like as a DJ, you're blessed to be able to say that I'm on my 5th passport. You know what I'm saying? I've had numerous stamps. I've traveled the world. I've seen the world. I've been to certain places twice, 3 times.
Right.
Whether it's by myself, whether it's with an artist, like I've been to these places. And you know, when DJs talk that I'm hot and I'm hot. But if you never left Boston to go to Worcester, or left Boston to go to Lawrence, or left Boston to go to Providence, I can't call it.
Yeah.
You're just stuck. And there shouldn't be a reason why a DJ should be stuck. Because if you really believe in yourself and you believe what you do, learn how to build that name and that brand.
What do you feel like is one of the biggest obstacles is becoming a DJ and getting your name out there? Because I got a family member who claims he wants to be a DJ. You know what I mean? Work ethic is one thing, but what do you feel like what does it take to become a staple within your community when it comes to DJing?
I mean, right now the biggest thing is you have social media for all platforms. You gotta build yourself with the people.
Right.
You gotta let people know what you're doing. You gotta, and I'm not trying to be funny, but females are the key. It's not
Facts.
It's not your mans in them.
Facts.
It's not your mans in them. It's the females. It's
Facts.
It's not playing for the guy that's sitting next to you like, yo, it's my man. Let me just thug it out. It ain't all about thugging it out. Yeah, most females do like thugged out music. Don't get me wrong. But you have to brand yourself.
Right.
All right, you may not be the guy that talk on the mic. You don't have to always be the guy that talk on the mic.
Right.
It's different era. Everybody nowadays, now they use sound effects. Now they use whatever. But know how to embrace who you are and explain that to the people.
Right.
The kind of DJ that you want to be.
Absolutely.
That's the key is really just being yourself and seeing how far you can go with what you know.
That's dope. Do you so what advice would you give to up and coming artists as well, like in that regard? You know what I mean? Do you feel like it's kind of synonymous, like the same thing in a sense?
It's the same thing, but also with artists is different because if you're not paying attention to your music and how you lay your music or how you deliver your music when you're speaking, it makes a big difference. You got to find beats that fit the kind of rapper you're going to be, the kind of artist you're going to be. You can't just get beats because Smooth L is on this record and, foreign and you hearing this cat and you hearing that cat and that's what you want to sound like. You got to find your own niche.
Right.
As a DJ, I grew up, I listened to DJs that are legends, like they're the older legends, right? So for me, like when I was growing up, I was listening to people like Grandmaster Flash,
right,
Charlie Chase, Clark Kent, before I even got with Clark Kent, Pete Rock, Brucey B, Star Child. And these people are the people that influenced me, and Kid Capri and people that influenced me to build myself to what I want to be now.
Right. So you was basically a student in the game first.
I'm still a student. Jazzy Jeff is a good friend, but I'm still learning. Like, I'm still watching these cats every day. I go on people live just to see what they're doing.
Right. Yo, and DJing is hard, man. Like, I don't think people realize how hard DJing is, fam. Like, that shit is tough. Like, I'm like my cousin's husband, DJ Marks, he's in Queens. When I was a kid, I used to go out there all the time, and I'm just messing with his turntables, you know what I mean, vinyls and stuff like that, and just trying to learn how to scratch was like mind blowing to me, right? Not only that, just the transition, man, because you gotta be thinking about what's coming ahead well before it even happens, man. And you're thinking about 3, 4, 5, 6 songs down the line, bro. Like, people, I feel like your mind works differently, man, and people don't realize how much hard work that goes into it, man. Like, it has to be something that you're committed to.
Because you gotta one is the acknowledgement of the music.
Right.
2 is setting a presence to what you do for the music.
Right.
And then it's knowing how many songs you're gonna play. Let's say party-wise. Let's say a party, a club. Let's just say a club. you could play 5 songs, and your first 5 songs could be a hit. Like, oh, that's a hit. But your next 6, 7, and 8, if they don't match up to them last 5,
right,
you got Moses walking in that club and splitting that seat.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is what a lot of people fail to realize. Like, you know, now, let's take IG Lives and things like that. Now, you can't play so much new music on these lives because they'll cut you off.
Right.
Right? So everybody's finding a way to play, you know, 2000s, 90s, and old stuff and things like that. But when you get back in the club, you're going to go right back to the new shit.
Oh, facts.
Right?
Right.
Well, the same energy you created now that platform is open for everybody to have an ear to hear more than just the regular stuff.
Makes sense.
You see what I'm saying?
Nah.
Now you got that, like they say, you got to keep that same energy.
That's dope, man. So as far as what you got next, man, what's your next big thing, man? What you working on for 2020?
I mean, my next big thing is really trying to finish up this album, hopefully this year. You know, I'm not even thinking about traveling or anything like that because we know that's not gonna, realistically, it's not gonna happen.
Right.
And if it does, it's not gonna be what we're used to.
Absolutely not.
It's the new norm.
Right.
So if your club used to have, let's say you had 500 in the club, your new norm is going to probably be 175.
Facts. If that.
You know what I'm saying? If that.
Right.
Lounges are going to win because if the lounge only had 180, now they're down to 75.
Right. And it's a more controlled environment. That's more my vibe anyway.
Right. You know what I mean? So lounges will probably have more of an outcome before a big club.
Oh, absolutely. So when's the album supposed to be coming out, man?
I mean, I don't have an exact date. I may drop another single soon. That's definitely. I'm hoping for September, the next single.
You gonna have any Boston collaborators on there?
I do. I have a female. I forgot to say Marcella Cruz.
Oh, Marcella Cruz, big deal.
She's an R&B artist. She's on the record on my album with Mano.
Okay, cause my man, Gabe, the producer, put me on to her years ago.
Yeah, my man Nelly Pro Tools worked with her.
Yeah, right. That's when Gabe was working with Nelly and all of that. Yeah.
So yeah, Marcella's on a record with Mano that I had. That's kind of hard.
That's fire, man. She has a dope voice, man. I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah, now she's dope and she's young.
Yeah.
So she still got, you know what I mean? Like, still got
time
room
to develop. Yeah.
Like, I think she's dope now.
Right.
But like, maturity plays a big part when it comes to singing.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like people are gonna naturally evolve, man, as artists. You know what I mean? It just happens because, like, I was just listening to that record that you did with Jay-Z earlier, like just to like take me back to that essence. And that Jay-Z is not Jay-Z now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and in between that time, he changed so many times as well. So, you know what I mean? It's just natural progression, man. Anything you do consistently is gonna evolve, man. So as long as you put your heart and soul in it, man, it's just gonna get better and better.
And the key word is consistent.
Oh, absolutely.
Being consistent. Like, a lot of people not consistent. Whether it be a DJ, he DJs today and don't DJ tomorrow.
Right.
And, he wants to be a DJ, but today he DJs and 2 months later he hasn't done nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I see the consistency when I see younger cats DJing right now. Like, there's this kid named DJ Hoops. DJ Hoop out of Detroit. Kid has just turned 13.
Really?
He DJ better than a lot of DJs that are DJing now.
That's crazy. You ever heard of DJ Bam? Bam, I think he's out of CT. He's a young cat. He's like 13 or 14, maybe 15 now, whatever. Because his mom, I used to be a part of a business with his mother, And she used to always talk about her son, DJ Bam. And one time he came and DJ'd one of our events. And I'm like, when I first walked in there, I didn't realize he was DJing. I think at that time, he might have been like 13. It was like DJ Bam Bam or Bam or something like that. I can't remember the exact name. It definitely had Bam in it, though. But I'm over here like, yo, this is fire. This music is dope. Who's DJing? And I look at the booth, and I'm like, oh, shit, it's a kid. You know what I mean? And he's nice, man. I don't know if he's still DJing. I haven't kind of spoke to his mom in a couple of years, but look him up, man. If you know what I mean? If you got some time, see.
Nah, I like looking into, seeing who's moving around and who has what. And there's a lot of young cats out here that are working, man. Like every day there's a new young cat around.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact, man. But Chub, man, I definitely appreciate your time today, brother. Anything you need from me, man, let me know. I like it. You always got my support, 100%. I'll never forget one of the things you said to me, man, when I was rapping, because I was running around, man, wilding out in the streets. You had hooked me up with a placement on the show. I forget what show it was or whatever the case may be. You was gonna be there, and then I got bagged. I didn't call you obviously because I was in the joint. I wasn't gonna call you and be like, "Yeah, I'll be there." So I get out, whatever, call you, and you just basically just told me straight up, like, "Yo, bro, I don't know if you remember this conversation." And you just like, "Dog, I can't co-sign for you if you don't know what you want to do." You know what I mean? Like, you want to be in the streets or you want to do this rap shit. That's one of the things that stuck with me forever, man. And since then, man, I ain't never been in trouble with the law again. You know what I mean? And obviously there was a lot of influences in on that. But the fact that you're transparent and you're so willing to help, people who you ain't even know me from a hole in the wall from jump, man. So I appreciate that humility, man, and you reaching out, reach one, teach one, man. And forever, man, like, I got you, man. Anything you need, just let me know.
Same here, man. I just wish a lot of artists and a lot of people would take that in consideration, because I'm always willing to help. I mean, I get it. I'm not the most approachable person in the world, but I'm always willing to hear who has what and who's willing to show that they're trying to work just as much as I'm trying to work.
Right.
Because if I'm able to work every day and God gives me the strength to work every day, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I have to do.
Right.
I have no way but to show the world that I can't stop. My hashtag is never not working.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always willing to tell people what they can do to make themselves better. Whether they choose to listen or take key to what I'm telling them, it's on them. You know what I mean? So it becomes more of a knowing how to structure yourself and knowing what you really want. Because it's there. This is the world of land of opportunity.
Absolutely. If you ain't learn how to if you ain't learn how to get it on your own in the United States of America, man, you did something terribly wrong.
Yeah, because it's never easy. Let's make it clear. It's never easy. But if you're willing to make it happen and you're willing to sacrifice what you believe in, it'll all pan out.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Anything you wanna leave the people with, man, before we sign out?
Hey, I just want to say thank you, everybody, for the support and the love, and I thank you for this opportunity. Absolutely. And let's just keep building, man. That's all we can do, man. Keep our prayers and keep that man upstairs first.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Always, man. Before we leave, you on Spark FM, right?
Yes, at 5 p.m.
Yeah, 5 p.m. every day?
Monday through Friday, yeah.
All right, that's fire. I just wanted to give that plug in, man, because Danielle, if I didn't, she would have probably, been upset, man. But shout out to Spark FM, man. Danielle with her she's the first black woman in Boston, like, to have her own radio station. Like, that's a big deal.
And that's big because she's very, very orientated about what she's doing and very headstrong.
Yeah.
She's not a she's not one of these women that's out here doing anything for fame. She's putting in the work and showing that she could carry a torch that's needed.
Right.
You know, the diversity of music that she's bringing to that station is different.
That's fine.
So I was thankful to be able to help her.
That's dope, man. So shout out Spark FM, man. You know my man DJ Chubby Chub on there Monday through Friday, man. Shout out Miss Hot Sauce. Shout out Henny at Hot Wings. Shout out everybody who's doing their thing, man. Everybody who's consistently working and grinding, who's putting their name out there, man, and doing something better for their family, man, and moving forward. So, Chub, like I said, my brother, I appreciate you wholeheartedly. Always got my support, man. But this is CWTFB Radio. I am Charlie Machine. We was just here with DJ Chubby Chub. I'm gonna try to do my Chubby Chub impersonation. My man Chubby Chub right here checking in. Hey man, I love you, bro. We out, man. Holla at me.
Be safe. One.
You already.
Your problem. Why look around?